What up, everyone? It's your boy Scallywag Sam, and fresh off UFC 249, you see some great champions winning, and they also have such great crossover ability as mainstream stars. But my thinking is, some of these guys, like Ken Shamrock, like Tito Ortiz, like Ronda Rousey, have crossed over and gone to WWE and killed it there. So I'm thinking, in 2020 or even 2021, is there any other stars that can go from the UFC to WWE? So we're gonna make a list right now, break it down top 10 to see who can go from the UFC to WWE. The criteria is if they have great skills on the mic, can get over his fans, have great characters, and great engagement with the audience and good chance. So let's go. Further ado, let's start with number 10. My man, Donald Cerrone, Cowboy. He would be a fan favorite. Beer drinking, hunting, wild American character. Kind of like Stone Cold Steve Austin, but minus the witty lines. Fans would love him for his genuine character, and he'd be a great babyface. Definitely think he would kill it in WWE. Number 9. The man, John Jones. Car crash, failed drug test. He would be a great heel. He wouldn't care about the fans, disrespect the fighters. It'd be great. And he would just bring it on. He knows that people like him for being such a badass and not giving a fuck. But he is one person that everyone genuinely love to hate. And there would be some other people thinking, wow, this guy is just a beast. Love to see him in the WWE. But that brings it up to the next person on the list, my man, Daniel Cormier, the daddest man on the planet. DC would be great in the mic. You already know he has an Olympic wrestling pedigree, great family values. He'd be a huge baby face. Definitely be in a heavyweight title picture. He's an animal too, and I definitely think if him and John Jones were in the WWE, it'd be a great feud for the heavyweight title. So that's the one I would love on that list. Number 7, Israel Adesanya, the new brash upcoming star. He reminds me of the Velvety Dream. Cool with the young fans, has that youthful energy, that swagger, great lines, backs it up, calls out veterans. Definitely someone you want to build around in terms of your own company. And he's just a great person, and I just love his stuff. I don't know. I definitely think he'd be on this list. Number 6 is my man, KHABIB Nurmagomedov. I mispronounced that. Now, the Eagle has risen. He'd be a great rally point for the Saudi Arabia connection that WWE has, and he'd be plain and simple on the mic, but he speaks on a real level that you genuinely believe what he's going to do. Maybe Vince McMahon would book him at similar to Rusev, but he would also be booked as a champion with his fan base. Great engagement, definitely someone who can be very simple, but just kills it on mic. Next on this list is my man Colby Covington. This guy would be the great American heel like John Bradshaw Layfield. Patriotic spewage of American cultures. Definitely be someone who's be a Trump supporter, show it, love it, talk so much crap, call out fighters, and he would also can be belittle the audience too by saying how many versions there are and how many girls he has. Definitely a great heel. I put them on that. Next on the list is himself, Henry Cejudo, the king of cringe, Triple C. People would love to hate this guy. He is the equivalent of a Kurt Angle in wrestling. And you already know his pedigree of wrestling, and he would keep going on and on about his medals and everything, similar to Kurt Angle saying, I broke my neck in the Olympics. He'd definitely be booked as a heel. People love to watch him get his ass kicked. Definitely be on this list. Next is the man, the bad guy, the muscles of Oregon, Chael Sonnen. This guy was spitting WWE scripts in the UFC before it was all so hot. And he was doing so great in the mic. He'd be an amazing heel, definitely saying the American spewage again, patriotism and so forth. But people would love him so much because how funny he is. He would be essentially like the Hollywood rock character. And as a face, I can see him go on a vengeful run after someone maybe attacking his wife or something like that, or his character. I don't know. It'd be such a great run. I definitely think this guy has great hope and potential in the WWE. Next on this list is my man Jorge Masvidal. This guy has been killing it this last year. Definitely fight of the year candidate, but he has that swagger, that I kill you before you kill me attitude. Great on the mic. He reminds me of the Usos with that street attitude, day one ish. He'd be a great heel or face. He brings that definitely Latino heat vibe, so he can do something like that. Definitely one of the hottest acts right now, and he would definitely be put over and be someone that the fans be so willing to engage with. Before I go on to number 1, we got to throw some honorable mentions on this list. I got to give it to my man Stephen Thompson. This guy's a clean baby face, definitely a mid-carder for the IC US title. No, there's no reason to really hate this guy. He just be someone the fans would like to be see win the title and just be happy he finally got over. Stephen Thompson definitely be on this list as well. The next person I would put is my man, Max Holloway, another babyface. It is what it is. The Bless era, Bless Express. This guy already has these monikers, chants going. He'd be like a high flyer and just a fun person to watch. And fans would love it. Like, they would definitely be engaged with this guy, and he would win over. Maybe he not be in the main title pictures, but in the mid-carder for sure. Now, as we go on from our honorable mentions, we got to go to the numero uno. Number one. You know who it is already before I even started this list. It was Conor McGregor. Yes, the notorious one. Mystic back. This guy is so charismatic, quick on with his wit, and has these lines ready. You see him in these press conferences. Alone, that would generate so much press. This guy already crossed over to the boxing world, and now he's calling out WWE guys too. It just makes sense for WWE to just grab him and put him on like a part-time contract. He would just call up people, get the title fights. He brings so much attention and attraction. He is the money fight, like he says. And I definitely think this guy would kill it if he ever wants to leave combat sports and move on to sports entertainment. 100% he would rally just not only with the US, North American market, but just worldwide. And he would have so many great feuds with KHABIB, Henry Cejudo. Like, it just, the list go on and on and on. I definitely think Conor is number one. Now, with this list mentioned, if you disagree, say something. Make a comment. Tell me what you think. If there might be a different order. If you like this video, like and subscribe. And again, we will put another one out maybe later on. Until the next time, stay tuned.